Hey guys, I wanted to do another Golf Clash video here. First off, I wanted to show you guys, I got this new profile image, and this is the guy, Chappie Gilmore. His name's Vaughn, and he's from Germany, I believe, and he does Photoshop, and I don't know if you've seen my new icon, but that's the guy. I would definitely check out his work. Let me see if I can show you the Facebook icon. It's pretty cool. Let's go to my profile real quick. You can kind of see it there on my story. You can kind of see what he made right there. It was just kind of, good Photoshop image. It's kind of cool. I have it updated on my YouTube account now as well, so if you go check out my channel, I have some new logos there. It's pretty cool. The only thing that he requests is some iTunes cards for you. So it's not too bad. You should find him in the he's in the elite group as well, so you'll be able to find him and get him to do a nice profile pic for you. So let's see if we can get in here and check out this golden shot video. So I am going to go into the golden shot here, and I am also going to take a look at the clubs and the wind. So again, like up like usual, you see that doesn't help. So the wind 5 to 8, it can be any direction. City and chess. So it looks like very similar chess, except instead of berserker balls, it is Santa balls. Everything seems similar here. Now the stats on the Santa balls, they are power 0. There's no extra power. Side spin 3, so it's like katana with your side spin. And then wind resistant 5. It's more like the turkey balls. It's a nice little wind bonus. So first off, let's check out the stats here. So we got 83 accuracy. It's pretty good. A little bit of top, a little bit of back. We'll see about using those. Golden wood accuracy is about 2, but since it's downhill, I'm gonna probably play at about 1.5 if I have to use this, to be honest with you. So use that as your ring adjustment, 1.5. And for this one, I would say it's probably very similar, because you're right. First off, you're right on the short end of the club, the short end of the driver, distance wise. So let's see if I can't go in here. I'm gonna play this from the right, just because I think you guys can be more consistent from this right side, and you see kind of the driver is right at the short end, so you use it sometimes. The goal is you're gonna try to land it in between that red. So chances are, and again, like I mentioned, 1.5, you're kind of looking at that white ring on a 7 wind, and you see where the white is? That's kind of going to be where I'm going to be pointed. Now the only thing that I'm going to do with this driver is I'm probably going to right spin it to use the hill a little bit.
Perfect shot!
The only problem with going right here is the most important thing is getting it, holding its line and staying right enough, because it likes to come back and miss left. You see how it's missing left here right on the edge? It's a very consistent shot. So this is kind of the way that I'm going to play it, and your goal here is to kind of just trickle it in off the way that I like to play it is I like to just trickle it in off that fairway over there. If it comes in real slow off that fairway, it's usually a really good shot. And one of the best reasons that I suggest you guys using it is it's very consistent. All my shots should be in the rings or close to rings. Now the only problem is they've set it up to where it's a little bit harder. So for instance, you're seeing this wind. I'm not going to use any side here. I might just use just a little bit of topspin just to get some momentum since it's the wood, but I'm going to be looking at 5 rings here, and I'm going to be playing it using 5 rings as kind of my adjustment. So I see what 5 rings does. I'm going to bring it back a little bit this way. I think I might need it because I'm going to have to curl it around this tree just to be safe.
Great shot.
And it looks like that's swinging just a little bit too far left. It's probably going to miss on the left side of the cup. But as you see, it's not bad. And that's one of the reasons that I suggest doing this way. Because no matter what, even on your misses, it's going to be, I find it harder to get it on the right side of the hole this way. So that's something to keep in mind. You're always probably going to miss left. But it's very consistent. So that's the main reason. But you see, you're going to have to keep fluctuating between clubs here, which I'm more than comfortable doing that. But again, when you see on these left to right winds, it's making the shot just ever so difficult. Now it's nothing that I'm really too worried about, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to add side spin away from the hole and then curl around the tree every time. And you see, I'm just kind of visualizing what 5 rings down on an 8 wind is, and that's my landing zone. So that's why you see me rotating it to the side there. And again, I'm just curling it around the tree, and then countering it with because you see I'm bringing it back with right spin, and that's hopefully to keep it, coming back towards the hole. Let's see if this one, nope, it's outside too much. So on those winds, I might use even more. To be honest with you, you can probably use full on the right spin. So why don't we just go for something a little bit more aggressive side spin wise. But you want to be careful. I can't believe every single wind is pointed this way. So this is kind of, the hardest that they can make it, and yet still not too hard. So keep that in mind. Now this wind's a little bit less, so you're going to visualize about 4 rings. But as you see, since I have to curl it around this tree, I'm utilizing all my spin. And I'm just going to curl it, not too much. I don't want it to...
Perfect shot.
I don't want it to get too challenging for me to bring it back to the right. And as you see, this one's not too bad. The line is coming back a lot better. So let's see. And look, it's going right at the hole. Almost had it there. So let's see if I can't get one to be right on the groove and just come down just perfect. So that's just going to show you what you're up against. And but you're seeing the way that I'm approaching it. Let's see if I can't get at least... So I think that last ring is going to be actually challenging for you guys. So again, I got to do this with the 3 wood. I'm probably going to add just a touch of topspin, and I'm going to have to add power because it's just pure... well, I don't have to add power. Let me just add more topspin and try to figure out. And again, I have to go over probably about 5 rings or so. Maybe just a shade outside of that.
Great shot.
Pulled it right. Hopefully that doesn't end up costing me. Yep, it did. So you see, you get over there too much. You have to be very careful not to get over there too much. And I was getting a little aggressive there. try it again. So, you know, you want to be on target with your perfect balls, for sure, no question. Again, you're going to see me play these pretty consistent. Now, this is probably the hardest swing that they could give me for this shot. Trying to visualize what the shot's going to look like. I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to visualize, let's see. So the problem is I can't hit it deep enough. Realistically, you should be adding power. That's what I'm kind of telling you here. It makes it easier. Because when you add power, it hits that, but again, you're going to see that I hit perfect ball, but it hits more in that groove there, and that's kind of where you want it. Now, I can't tell my line here. Yeah, it's too far to the right. But you get the gist. I mean, you've seen me pull it in there just right. You see the biggest problem about this setup, going to the right, is the fact that you're in between clubs. The goal is to get it to land right in here. Right in, I can't even point at it. That's the worst part. I can't even show you, but it's like right. It's basically right where it kicks it for you. And you see with the driver, I'm not doing too much. Except, let's try it with 4 spin here. And again, I'm looking at basically 4 rings from there, and just seeing what that looks like. So 4 rings from there is kind of right in the fairway where I want it. I'm not going to need curl on this one. Oh,
great shot.
Great ball. I'd probably great ball it into the damn tree. Still okay. This is actually coming down pretty good. Great ball might end up helping me. Stop. That's going to be the hardest thing about this hole. You're probably going to need to hit the hole. So again, they're going to probably get you to where, you know, if you want the hole in one, you might need to spend a decent amount. But you see, because you're probably going to need 2 hole-in-ones, to be honest with you. I mean, there's a chance that you can get it in there inside that 1 ring, but I think it's only like half a yard big. And this is a very hard hole to get it in there half a yard. So keep that in mind. Hopefully you know, like seeing going around to the right side there, and want to kind of take on that shot. You kind of see where my landing zone is, but you see they can give you some tricky winds. And you saw me do it with the power. I really recommend, you know, kind of trying to keep that line, that one spot in mind that you've seen me land several times. You saw the one time that I was like, you know what, let me go short of it. And then you saw that it stayed way out to the right. So you probably want to avoid that. And you just kind of want to go in that groove if you're going to the right, just short of the bunker. And if you have to add a little bit of power, just don't really play around with your spin and just add a little bit of power to get it in that groove there. But that's only for like a straight side wind, where you're really in between clubs on that way. So if it's pointed just right or just left, that's probably, but you see, going that way is very consistent. For the most part, you don't have that extra element of keeping it up on the hill, or like keeping it up on top of the hill. Like if you're going left, sometimes you'll see guys, they'll keep it up on the hill because it doesn't roll down the hill. Or then the opposite, you'll see it doesn't quite make it on the right level, and it goes all the way down to the bottom. The shot that I'm hitting there eliminates both of those. So it's kind of the safest approach, but I find it kind of the more challenging one to get right on that groove where you need it. So keep that in mind. Try to take advantage of some golden shots if you want, and you know, this one's a lot more accessible. Worst case is, you know, kind of where I'm at right now, amber and obsidian ring. Those rings are just super tiny. I'm really looking at needing 2 aces in order to get those, so keep that in mind. And hopefully, you know, they don't break your bank account too much trying to go for that. So good luck with your shots, and hopefully you guys get some good cards in your chest.